Sonic manuals. Oh boy. Video game manuals are basically just little booklets that used to come with games that tell you about the games. But before we get into that though, I do want to give an honorable mention to any Sonic game past the Wii U, because manuals these are not. For those who don't know, around the time of the Wii U's death, games kind of stopped having manuals, so they just switched over to advertisements or additional items like DLC. I do not like those things, so today we are reviewing almost all of the Sonic manuals that I have. Of course, though, I don't have all of them, so that this video isn't an hour long. Follow me through a magical journey as we're gonna look through all of these things. Woohoo! I think I might have gotten a paper cut. Let's work our way up so that you guys can see the deterioration of the quality. First off, let's start with Sonic Heroes, with some pretty cool background art. I don't really see this all that often. But yeah, it has information on all of the characters, and heck, it's cool. It also tells you how to do most of the stuff that you need to be able to do in this game, so that's cool. It also says Eggman's a feminist. What the heck? He's also a romanticist and a self-professed gentleman. I can guarantee you nothing else in this video is going to top that, so let's move on to Sonic 06. One of the most high-quality games, I can assure you all, and this manual is no different. In fact, it does set the stage for the later games we're going to be looking at. That being that this one is kind of bare bones compared to Sonic Heroes' manual. It tells you about all the sorts of different stages, the pause menu. It's basically just Sonic Heroes tutorial telling you about all the game's functions, but just with not as much personality. And heck, this one doesn't even give you a description on all the characters you can play as. It really just has bios on Sonic, Elise, and Dr. Eggman. Honestly, this game was pretty bare bones, but hopefully it gets better with Sonic and the Secret Rings. Now this is a lot better. This actually stacks up to Sonic Heroes' video game manual. It's so cool. It even has this whole border around each page. And of course, most of it is telling you how to use the Wiimote, but it does have character descriptions like what we see in Sonic Heroes' manual. Even the character bios, they're not as detailed, but at least they get their own page instead of having to share it with... Where did Sonic 06 put their characters with? Let's see. The principal characters got stuck with the saving and loading games. Good job, Sonic Team. You actually did something good. Not the game, of course. I'm talking about the manual. What is this? A sign of things to come, it would seem. Yeah, so this is the first manual we're gonna see where Sega promotes one of their other games in the back, and this time it just happened to be Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz for the Nintendo Wii. Available now, guys. And with that, let's move on to arguably one of the best Sonic games, Sonic Unleashed. Okay, so this is where the quality of the manuals kind of nosedives just a bit back into Sonic 06 territory. In fact, it is just Sonic 06 manual, just without the characters. Oh, look! The Spanish version! That is one big plus I'll give these ones. They actually have different languages included in these manuals. Because believe it or not, guys, not everyone who's buying these games is speaking English. As far as I know. Yeah, nothing really much to talk about with Sonic Unleashed, so let's move on to Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. That is a mouthful. So since I forgot to talk about Sonic Unleashed, let's do that here. But let's slip in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing here because they're the exact same thing. Sonic 4, baby! And I'm telling you this right now. There is one difference between these two. They are two different colors. I swear I'm not going crazy. Look at this, see? That's like a dark blue, right? Maybe I am going a bit crazy. This one is literally the exact same as Sonic Unleashed, just talking about this game instead. And there is still a Spanish version in the back, so I'll give them that. But other than that, it's really bare bones, so let's move on to Sonic Generations. So, sweet, the back of this one is literally the game we just talked about. And when I tell y'all, this has 4 pages in it. I'm not joking. The full thing is 9 pages, but the other one is just Spanish. Do you guys remember a few minutes ago when these things used to be fun? Yeah, I don't either. Let's move on to Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. When I tell y'all, I screamed for about 5 minutes when I realized the length of this thing. I ain't lying. This thing is 2 pages, count them, 1 and 2. Of course, there's additional other 2 pages for the Spanish version, making this technically 4, as some would say. I don't care! This is seriously what we have to go out on? And the Hot Wheels ad. Come on! Yeah, I think I'm kind of starting to remember when these things used to be fun. Well, if you could, please subscribe, because we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by December 20th, 2024. Thank you guys for sticking around. Bye. But that paper cut was not worth it. Now, despite how I acted in the video, I don't actually hate the later manuals. It's just I don't really like how they were executed upon. So, yeah. Have you guys subscribed yet? You should. Have you clicked on any of the links yet?